Okay, let's go over some top transition concepts for the guillotine. When we end up in the guillotine control and we've passed, and we're basically in side control with either our partner having an underhook or us having an underhook and us having the head covered, there are transitions that we need to make. We can't go into detail on the transitional finishes because there are too many of them, and we're going to have modules for that in the future. So like stuff like triangle control, Darce, anaconda, front headlock style control, omoplata, all these kinds of transitions that you'll be making both from the top and the bottom. We'll get to the specifics on those finishes in the future, but just food for thought. Let's say I've got a front headlock guillotine style control here, and my partner's got an underhook. The finish on the arm in guillotine is possible. I can certainly come over to mount and attempt to finish, but one of the things you're going to want to be really familiar with is walking your hips back, covering the head, shooting through into the Darce. That's the first kind of concept we're going to utilize, this transition to here. Our partner is usually going to build to their base now. Exactly. So at this point we can pursue our roll over to finish them with the Darce, or if they're really hand fighting and strengthening their posture as they should be, so start lifting up here, you go back in and we go high elbow. So that's the first transition. Is I transition the Darce, I'll not allow the defense, but the defense is going to come in and I transition back. And the next transition is going to be again for the arm being in, which is as I chase. If I don't feel like the Darce is a good solution, I'm going to continue to move my hips back, my elbow's going to cover, and I'm going to shoot through the anaconda. When I attack the anaconda, the act of pushing the elbow down, thereby bringing the shoulder in, is what's going to allow me to finish. So my partner is going to flare his arm. Exactly. This is going to allow me to pummel back in, come over top, finish on the high elbow. So there's our next transition. The omoplata is going to happen. Almost all of these are based on the idea of someone's arm being in, by the way. The omoplata is going to happen as I move away and my partner starts to build to their base. I'm going to step over and basically mount them. If they keep coming up, I'll just keep pushing the head down, step across and finish on the omoplata. However, when we get here, as our partner, so let's just say you're starting to build up again. As our partner gets to here, we'll be able to come up and finish on a high elbow guillotine just because we've stepped over and pinned their hips in the mount. So any one of those transitions is going to work really well. The triangle, let's go back to the same position. The triangle is going to happen either, again, arm is in, and Rory's, let's just turn around so you can see here. Rory's arm is kind of stuck in this position where my knee is in front of it because he's trying to build his base. As he does, I step over and I cover. Now, I might struggle to finish here, so I'll release and come up into the actual triangle. For this, we don't usually go back. We end up attacking the mounted triangle arm bar, kimura, all that kind of stuff. So that's our series of transitional attacks from top control with the guillotine. Again, our legs have to be free. If our legs are in, we can't really pursue most of these. It's possible to pursue the Darce or the anaconda with one leg trapped, but you're going to need to free it at some point. So just be aware of that kind of shin foot fighting thing. In, out, guillotine, anaconda, back to guillotine, Darce, anaconda, and then you can start to mix them up. You can go for one, move to the other as the defense comes in too strong. The defense for all of these arm in style chokes is to open the elbow up, hand fight, and strengthen your neck. So you're giving the space up for the guillotine again. So you just keep shooting in and out, in and out. You should be able to finish your guillotine. So those are going to be your top control concepts in the next video, or top transition, concepts from top control. In the next video, we'll go over some transition concepts from bottom.